Welcome to Mystic Moon's Capricorn. Capricorn, how are you? How are you doing the very first weekend of January? Capricorn, let's see what's in your energy for January 2025 regarding love. I see this reading being for anyone who has strong Capricorn energy, sun, rising, moon, as it's a love reading, 7th house, Venus, could be Jupiter. So, too, if you have significant Capricorn energy in your chart, Capricorn, if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for being part of the channel. Capricorn, if you're not subscribed, consider becoming part of the channel. Many things to consider at Mystic Moons, at least that's what the channel is trying to accomplish. We do pull cards for real here, but also too, it's not even just pulling cards, they're just a tool. It's all about just a tool to go and channel the intuition. I had this very sparse but interesting conversation with a girl I met. I've actually been seeing her for the past year, here and there. And we were talking about the use of tools and not using tools for our psychic tendencies. And she was talking about how she felt certain tools had rules. And I think, Capricorn, there are no rules when it comes to how you operate. It's only, what you feel. But of course, I may say that, Capricorn, because I operate from a place of feelings. Deep feelings. I feel so much, and likewise, I'm so much in the air, Capricorn. I like things to ground me. And sometimes using tools grounds me. Capricorn, I am actually going to wash my hands and light some incense, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're ready. So, Capricorn, This reading I'll divide up into two parts. One part is going to be just a general message on love. I may do one, if it's not new love, I may do another reading a little later in the month on new love, because sometimes the overall messages that I get for all 12 signs, if there's too much like fast person coming back, I'll just do one on new love specifically. But this is going to be whatever needs to come out regarding love. And then the second part of the reading is going to be the zodiac breakdown, the 12 signs, your affinity with them. So yes, do keep an eye out if if this is, I don't know what it'll be, we'll find out. But if it is going to be on that, I will do one specifically for all the signs on new love. I may do one anyway, we'll just see. All right, Capricorn, let's get your reading going. January 2025. Love. I have 3 of Cups, Capricorn. 3 of Cups with a King of Wands, 2 of Swords, the Sun. It's rather determined energy, I would say, in terms of the environment. Let's go and clarify the 3 of Cups even more. 3 of Cups for love. I have an Emperor. I have a 2 of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. And I have the Empress. Wow. What are you going to be doing this month, Capricorn? I have the Lovers, bottom of the deck energy, 8 of Cups, the Moon. Some of you may be traveling, or may meet somebody who is traveling. World, the Moon, 8 of Cups. To me, if you ask me, it's a little bit of a trip. Could be an emotional trip too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a physical trip or a physical distance. It could just be something that you didn't expect. Definitely something you didn't expect with 8 of Cups and the Moon. But with the World and 8 of Cups, to me, there is movement. And then I have Lovers here. Okay. Furthermore, Capricorn, 3 of Cups is clarified by the Emperor, 2 of Pentacles, and the Empress. As I mentioned, 2 of Pentacles is Capricorn energy, Emperor and Empress. I mean, first of all, I read whenever I have a king and a queen of the same suite, I see that as soulmate energy. Emperor and Empress is simply the conglomeration of all 4 kings together. Empress is the same thing. I mean, essentially like one of their core meanings that I get anyway. So let me just say that with the Emperor and Empress together, well, it's obvious that there is a soulmate pairing here, possible, right? A possible life partner. To put it mildly, January for Capricorn is a chance for you to meet someone very significant. And also, too, 2 of Pentacles, start establishing some solid groundwork for your relationship. That looks pretty darn good to start off 2025 this way, Capricorn. No, I was like, let me go and shuffle, and I had a book here. What should we clarify, Capricorn? I want to clarify the Empress first. Let's go and see what the Empress is all about. Empress has the Chariot, 10 of Cups, and the Moon. Well, Capricorn, if you're already in a relationship, let me say too, a message that I'm getting is outside of family, I'm getting children. Maybe some of you could be already pregnant and expecting a child. Maybe some of you will be starting to create a child. I'm not going to go anything more into that, just throwing that out there. It's very fertile ground. Yeah, that's also, if you're not expecting a child, you could be getting one, Capricorn, shortly. You could be, if you're not intending to get one, you could just end up with one. I'm not going to say how, who knows how children are made. That's not the point of the reading. As my mother often says, how I got here was her business. And I assume all mothers probably say that, right? We don't know. We don't need to know. We're just here. Empress. Yeah, there is a strong possibility of that, Capricorn. Anyway, I'm going to go and get rid of that message now that I've said that. That's very, very, very strong in the reading, though. I will say that. But more often than that, or more pertinent than that, although I think that's pretty pertinent. Capricorn, your emotionality is going to be really high. What more can I say other than you're meeting someone quite significant if you're not already in a relationship? Do I say very fertile ground, or is that just simply redundant to say that in this energy? Should I just go and skip straight to the 12 sign zodiac breakdown because your general reading is so, I think it's the best reading I've gotten out of all 12 signs. I mean, there are other ones that are nice, but not as strong as this. And the Emperor is also very nice energy. I do like these threes popping up for the Emperor, especially with conjunction of the Empress being here. Three of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. Emperor is clarified by a Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and a Knight of Pentacles. You know why I like this energy? Because it's expansion, but it's not jarring. It's not rough. It's steady building. Steady, careful, considerate building. Building for the long term. This Emperor is concerned about the long term, especially with three. Now we have all threes except the Three of Swords. Very strong energy of creation here. You can, but I would need a donation if you want a personal reading. If you want to do a personal reading, just look at the the description, and let me know if you'd like to donate. And you can think about it too, you all. You can ask on other lives, although some of the lives will be at the end that I'll be doing that. So Two of Pentacles gets the Ace of Pentacles, which again is Capricorn energy. Two of Pentacles clarified by Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, all so much Pentacles, and Page of Wands. A milestone could very well be for Capricorns as well. I feel like this is just general Capricorn romance, if I could say that word, because Eight of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles speaks of duration and reaching a new milestone under Two of Pentacles. So very well, this is almost like couple energy. It could be your own solo work as well, Capricorn, that you have, properly reached another level. I would say in what you attract, not so much your emotional development or personal development or anything like that. It's like what you attract and what you're looking for if you're single. But going on to the next stage. I don't think there's any need to further clarify this or go into it. Your reading, especially for the general collective, looks really, really good. UL, that would be 25. And details are in the description. It would either be by Cash App if you're in the US, and if you're not in the US, it would be Buy Me a Coffee, which works everywhere else. Well, it works in the US too. It works everywhere. It's like Venmo and PayPal. It's just a payment processing platform. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Should I say signs before we move on to the other one? Well, strong earth. I'm not going to bother with Capricorn, because if you're dealing with a Capricorn, well, I'm sure you can imagine, right? But this is a Capricorn reading, so I'm not really going to read out the Capricorn. Strong Capricorn, though. I have strong Aries. I have the strongest of Aries, Cancer, and Pisces, Capricorn. And then I have some Taurus, followed by Taurus. Those energies, however, as it's a love reading, I would also consider their Venus or Jupiter and 7th house energies. Very, very interesting, Capricorn. Very strong energy, as I said before. Capricorn has magic right now for you. Well, fitting, right, Capricorn? It's your season. Very, very fitting, Capricorn. Anyway, something significant is definitely brewing for you. And I still say to go and pay attention to that first bottom of the deck energy with the Eight of Cups, the world, and the sun, or whatever those energies were. You can go back and see. But essentially, it did speak to movement. Could be emotional movement, definitely as well. You could meet someone while traveling. You could meet someone who is traveling. You could be taking a mental trip somewhere, seeing things in a new perspective. Maybe not right being in how you, I don't know, you could be preoccupied with something like that while you're running around. I already did Aries. You can look on my channel, but Aries January 2025 love is already done. Capricorn is the last one for love readings that I have yet to do. I roughly did 12 hours. When this is done, it'll be 12 hours I spent on love readings for the collective. So, Capricorn, let's go into the 12 sign zodiac breakdown. Very, very fascinating energy, though. I really do love that for you. Emperor, Empress, with a 2 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy under a 3 of Cups. And all those threes, everything but the 3 of Swords. I like that. Very, very nice. Very smooth, very harmonious, very fitting. Beautiful. That's beautiful energy. You have beautiful energy with love. Really nice. Okay, now I'm going to go on to the 12 sign zodiac breakdown. Capricorn, I see this part of the reading being for someone you know. You may or may not be talking to this person, someone who you'll meet. And also, too, doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, Capricorn. This can also be friendship. This can be anyone who your heart chakra is open for, who you have care and affection, or you could have care and affection for, okay? Because I do think care and affection are one of the core energies of the heart chakra. And they are definitely the ingredients that grow love. Capricorn, I think I'm going to do this by my normal way. I'm going to do air, fire, earth, and water. Do it in that order. So with air, let's start off with Libra. Capricorn, do you have a fellow cardinal sign in mind? Do you have a Libra in mind? If you meet a Libra, how is your energy with that Libra? Capricorn. Seven of Swords, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, if you meet a Libra, if you're dealing with a Libra, first of all, I feel that Libra is holding a lot back from you. Libra could appear like Libra is very open and very sharing and very forward and very sold and solid. I'm not saying Libra is not sold and, well, I don't know, solid. I will say Libra is sold. Are they solid? I don't think they're going to be telling you everything that perhaps they should. Okay, Capricorn, that's what I feel from Libra. Libra is definitely going to go and put 200% into the relationship, but Libra has something that Libra definitely doesn't want you to know. They're going to try their hardest to make sure you don't find out. You know, it may be related completely to love, right? It could be something else, maybe something in their family, maybe something in their actual residential space. I mean, who knows what it could be, but it's something that they definitely do not want you to know. Something they're doing, they do not want you to know. Anyway, keep that in mind. Just a word of advice may not appear to every Libra, as you know, right? You know this, Capricorn. I'm pulling on collective energies. Capricorn, let's go and check out Aquarius. Capricorn, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, if you have an Aquarius on your mind, if you meet an Aquarius, the Aquarius collective regarding Aquarius. Strength, Justice, and Seven of Cups. Capricorn, if you deal with an Aquarius or if you meet an Aquarius, it's all about control, really it is. Seven of Cups, Strength, Justice, Devil energy underneath of that. Who gets their way and how, which person's mode of operation is the best. There is a little bit of, do I call it stalemate? Do I call it that game of chicken? You know, who's going to... Did you ever watch those car racing videos, Capricorn? And then the whole thing is you keep driving until either you're going to hit someone or you drive off a cliff, and whoever breaks first is a chicken. That's kind of the energy that I have right now for you in Aquarius. There's a dare here, but it's ultimately all about control, who's winning and who gets their way. I feel that's general. Whether you meet whether you meet an Aquarius or you're dealing with one. You're in a test of wills with them. Capricorn, what about Gemini? Gemini for... My cat is like moving around. Of course, he's been moving around since 2 a.m. Sometimes, and then I think I may have told you, but it could have been on another live. I have another cat, and I have a bookcase right above my bed, and it's maybe about 3 feet higher than my bed. And my eldest cat, now she likes to jump down right on my head, literally. She jumps on my, like the lower part of my jaw and mouth and my neck. I don't know why she does that. It's like 7-pound cat, 3-foot drop. Early in the morning, I am just trolled by pussycats. Anyway, they're like, get up. No sleeping for you. Anyway, yes, if you want, these are the 2 Siamese. If you're thinking about getting a Siamese, the Mogies are much more easier to live with, I'll say that. If you value your sleep and you value your quiet, which apparently I don't value either that much. Anyway, Capricorn, let's get into Gemini. Gemini for you. I have a Queen of Wands. Ten of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Capricorn, I would say that Gemini, first of all, Gemini really likes you. Gemini admires you, Capricorn. Gemini is wondering if Gemini is up to your level. I will say something, maybe up to your level isn't quite the right word, but Gemini admires you a lot. Gemini would like to go and develop something more with you. I say not quite up to your level because I have 5 of Swords. It's like Gemini may exaggerate themselves to try and catch your attention and to win your affection. Gemini really likes you. Gemini is going to exaggerate to get you to commit to them, to like them, to notice them, to deal with them. Fill in whatever words you like here, Capricorn. It's around that energy. But then again, Capricorn, how could you not be desirable? Look at those cards I just pulled for you. Seriously, you are like a love magnet right now. Love magnet, Capricorn. You'll get the great ones and possibly the not so great ones. It's all part of being the love magnet right now for January, Capricorn. Capricorn. Let's go on to the next sign. Let's go on to fire. We'll do Sagittarius. Capricorn, if you meet a Sagittarius, if you deal with a Sagittarius. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups and 2 of Swords. Ooh. What is Sagittarius up to? Why do we have a 2 of Swords when we have a Knight of Cups and a Queen of Cups? 6 of Swords. Did you block that Sagittarius? Capricorn, is there going to be something about the Sagittarius's delivery if you meet a Sagittarius that you're going to like on the beginning, but maybe as you talk to them, as you slightly get to know them, as you learn more about them, you say, I can do better. I don't know, Sagittarius. The little misalignment with Sagittarius. I say it can go either way with Sagittarius, but there's something about Sagittarius that I do think is going to make you pause. Something about Sagittarius is going to look good, look real good. And likewise, there's going to be, I feel, a little something, and that little something could be large enough in your book, Capricorn, to be there going, That Sagittarius is going to do something, say something, or you'll learn something. Something about Sagittarius is going to be a little thing, and then it's going to, either as you think about it, it's going to get larger. It could be a little thing. You know, once I did a reading for someone, and part of that reading, I saw that she was going to meet someone who seemed like the complete package. But then I saw he was going to do a very subtle thing. I didn't know what it was, but it was going to completely, the more she dealt about it, if she thought about it rather, it would aggravate her. And then apparently that person, what they did, kept on touching her waist. New person couldn't keep his hands off her waist. She was like, at first I thought it was just weird. And then the more and more, she was like, how creepy. Couldn't keep his hands to himself. She ended up cutting that off completely that same day. So it could be something like that, Capricorn. Some little gesture that just is really rubs you the wrong way. Capricorn, let's go and check out Leo. A Leo for Capricorn. Temperance. Lovers and the Fool. Want to take chances, Capricorn. That chance could come to you in the form of a Leo. Do you think if you meet a Leo, that Leo is going to take you by surprise? Almost a gift from fate in this energy, Capricorn. If you have a chance to meet with a Leo, I would take it. This is interesting energy. It's interesting because it's happenstance. It's serendipity. It's a gift from the random gods, Capricorn. Capricorn, if you're dealing with, if you are dealing with a Leo, well, I do hope you've been talking to that Leo. If you haven't been talking to that Leo, like if that Leo has been quiet, I do not like this energy so much in terms of if you're dealing with a Leo and that Leo's been quiet, because this is flighty energy. This Leo is going to apologize. I'm not drawing anything more on here, but my question would be, how consistent would this energy be? Very strong energy. I mean, you could have strong feelings and then just cycle back like a washing cycle. How consistent, Capricorn? It's a little too random for me if it's someone who you know. Better to go new. Go new with Leo, at least for this month, Capricorn. Aries. And Aries for Capricorn. High Priestess. And the Fool again, Hangman. This Aries must have strong Piscean placements, or maybe you do, Capricorn. If you meet an Aries, I would say that Aries could have been watching you. This is not a serendipitous meeting that just happened by fate. If you meet, do we say Aries? If you meet an Aries, I feel like in this energy, Aries has been watching you. Deciding about you. And if you are dealing with an Aries, Aries has a lot going on. Aries has a lot going on. Aries does have definite plans. How much would Aries share those plans with you, Capricorn? I wonder. Capricorn, let's go on to Earth signs. If you're dealing with a fellow Capricorn, I'm like, give me this card. The Magician. And Magician is accompanied by Queen of Swords and the Devil. Of course, the Devil is Capricorn energy. 6 of Swords, 4 of Wands, Queen of Cups. Capricorn, if you're dealing with a fellow Capricorn, I wonder if one of you has already set down some very firm boundaries of what is expected. Maybe in this energy doesn't even have to be about words. It just is about, having certain things prepared innately. Well, know that Capricorn is slowly working on fulfilling the conditions that are needed for the connection. It feels like fulfilling the conditions to just even start beginning. If you are dealing with a Capricorn, if you meet a Capricorn, I think communication is very important. You should think very clearly about what you want, how you want it, and what your expectations are, and relay that to the other. That's important. Capricorn, if you are dealing with, or if you meet a Taurus, Taurus gets the Queen of Wands. Three of Wands and Death. I feel like regardless if you're dealing or meet a Taurus, in this energy, 3 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands. In this energy, I feel like Taurus has been watching you. Regardless if you know a Taurus, if you meet a Taurus, that Taurus has been aware of you. very deliberate energy, I guess is what I'm saying. It's very deliberate energy. Something significant is quite possible with Taurus this month, Capricorn. I don't know if it's initiating new relationships or furthering commitments and bonds. Something quite significant is possible here. And I would also say it's been in the works, unknown to you for quite a while. I'd say Taurus is planning on surprising you. Virgo for Capricorn. Busy, busy. In all the wrong ways. If you're dealing with a Virgo's energy, I would not touch. I feel Virgo is going everywhere, but maybe where they should, Capricorn. Virgo is paying attention to everything, but the important things. Something quite significant Virgo is ignoring or not paying attention to. Virgo will get to later. What is that? I don't know, Capricorn. I'm not doing deep readings on this. Virgo is quite busy, but I feel Virgo is busy with all the wrong things. Water. Capricorn. If you have a Pisces on your mind, if you meet a Pisces. Magician. Queen of Cups, Four of Wands. Pisces energy is good for you. Capricorn. Of course, is that surprising when we had all that Piscean energy to begin with? Very, very good with Pisces. Pisces should be into making some magic, some fireworks with you. Capricorn. Pisces should be very eager to lay down significant groundwork with you. Capricorn. Pisces should be very invested in making you happy. Capricorn. Pisces energy is very good. Capricorn. Let's see Scorpio. Scorpio for Capricorn. Eight of Cups. Four of Swords, High Priestess. I would not touch that, Scorpio, for anything right now, Capricorn. Number one, Scorpio is not going to be forthcoming at all. You could get hurt in this energy. Oh, Knight of, underneath the High Priestess, I have Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, Five of Wands. So I said I don't necessarily see any cards necessarily bad or good. There are variations to it. But I would not touch Scorpio at all, Capricorn. Move ahead at your own risk. I would not even look at a Scorpio. Not for January anyway. Final sign is Cancer. Cancer, Capricorn, if you meet a Cancer, if you're dealing with a Cancer. Cancer for Capricorn. The World. Well, for some of you regarding Cancer, Cancer has an unmovable perception or realization or decision. Whatever word you want to use there. Cancer has made up their mind, and Cancer is not really changing. For some of you, that can be a good thing. For some of you, that could be the end. Well, for now, right? For January. I'm not doing finality. Plus, I feel like lots of readings that have finality, and then there's another chapter. I will say right now, Cancer is has come to quite a firm decision. You could be moving forward in some with a Cancer. Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, that's kind of what I have here. So with Cancer, it's either, and if you know it's nothing, well, you'll know it. And if Cancer is interested in you, Cancer will probably move very, very fast towards, they want definitely everything from you. What do you mean, all or nothing? They want everything or they want none of it. I'll put it that way with Cancer. I don't think there'll be any question or where Cancer stands. All right, everyone, that is my reading for you. Thank you so much for the people who were on the live. Hello, thank you for the likes. Do keep an eye out for February's love reading. I will do a January, mid-January reading too, Capricorn. And keep an eye out for the other readings I'll be doing on the collective and just on things in general. Anyway, until the next reading, I am wishing all of you the most beautiful day. Bye-bye. Okay.